What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're gonna be getting a couple of little fall garden projects out of the way. Most important one for me, as far as in the high tunnel, besides the irrigation, as you can see going behind me, we're trying to put in some irrigation. We got some dragon fruit trellises to do. So right here you can see I've actually finished this one. I'm gonna show you that trellis a little bit up close. This trellis has been installed since the beginning of this year. So I think we installed this one in the spring. So it's going on, I don't know, about 6 or 7 months. Doing pretty good. Actually, it's giving us a lot of cuttings. That's why people can sell these cuttings, because these dragon fruits make so much cuttings. But as you can also see here, you can see I don't have a top on this one. And that's because I've been holding out. That's wood. That's gonna last, I don't know, so long. Outside, it'll probably break down a little bit faster. What I was looking for was something to last longer than wood, because this PVC pipe is gonna last for years and years and years. The weakest thing on there is that wood top. And of course, I think maybe 5-6 years in this high tunnel. But what happens when that wood breaks down? It's gonna be hard to prop that back up. You're gonna have to end up probably cutting all of the dragon fruit off to actually redo the top. But I've been thinking about using these, just old bike tires, old rims. I'm gonna attach it to the same top I attached the wood to. And what we're gonna use is, so this is a 4-inch pipe, and you're gonna need the 4-inch cap, right? The cap just goes on top of the pipe. I was supposed to do this before the dragon fruit got up to the top of this trellis. Then it would have went natural. So I'm a little bit behind on that. We got a little bit of cutting we're gonna have to do to kind of trim and get this stuff together. Me and Bevs is gonna do, or I might just do it out here today. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna use this broad side, like the side with the spokes. I'm gonna use that as my protection, or as the base to tie this to, and it's flat, so it should fit flat up against there. Let me show you what I'm going to use to accomplish that. I got a drill, and I don't know what you call this, but it's a 3/8 drill bit, but it's like one of those where they like use to cut doors with. But you can use any kind of drill just to open that opening for your screw. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get this as centered as possible. I'm gonna try to get this as centered as possible and drill through this. So you can see, I'm gonna try to put it right in that center as best I can. Don't have to be too perfect. I'm gonna let you see up close. And this is actually just gonna feed its way in. All right, just a little hole. I hope that's big enough for this screw to go through. So let me take off that screw and see if I can fit that through there. I actually had to use a couple of things to get this screw out of here. You're gonna have to hold it on both sides. I'll show you how that looks before we get going. So I had you can use like just one of these. This is a size 17, but it just depends on what your screw is. Maybe all of them are standard, but I had to put one on one side. Let me show you. To break it, I had to put one on this side to hold it, and then you have to put the other one on this side to actually unscrew it off. And that's how I got it off. And that's how we're gonna put it back on. But I wanna take this side off. This was the easy side. Just to make sure that screw can fit through that hole. So, and then this middle screw comes out. I'm gonna take that screw. It was this way, yeah. So I need this screw to go in here. Just about perfect. Oh, just about perfect. I'm sorry if y'all didn't see that. So the 3/8, I didn't think it was gonna be a perfect fit, but a 3/8 drill bit was the perfect fit for this screw that's in the bike tire. And I'm just gonna put that through there like such. Put it right back on the top. And you're gonna see how it's gonna give that flat fit. See that? That's a flat fit for that base to be on. And then we just gotta screw down the top. And just put it right back on how it was. Wow, that was easy. I would have been done this, but I actually got rid of all of the bikes around here, the old bikes. We put them out to the road about 8 months ago when we were doing spring cleaning. I never thought to keep the tires. I just put them out to the road and people picked them up. Now I wish I would have kept them. And it doesn't have to be super tight because it's just up there to hold. So hand tight going back should be enough, should be perfect. So I'm only gonna hand tighten it. Not even gonna use any material to screw them on tight. Hand tight should be good enough. Now we're gonna go over here and see. Basically, I'm gonna have to come down right on the top of this. I'm gonna get you a little bit closer. All I'm gonna do is take this top and sit it directly on the top of this. I'm gonna try to keep from breaking these off. And they're super sticky. That's why you wanna make your trellises ahead of time, right? And wherever I'm gonna have to put this is where it's gonna have to stay. One more thing I wish it would have been a little bit more natural had I had this done previous, but it'll be okay. It's gonna make it. Just gotta let them come down. It's getting stuck on every last one of these little thorns. But we're getting close. We're getting close. Let me just let this side all the way down. How about that? Rock it a little bit. All right. I do have some roots that's went inside of here, so I'm gonna have to take them back, take those roots out. Those are gonna have to come out. Just to back up a little bit. All right. Oh my goodness. All of that, and I got the wrong top. So, gotta go back to the store. I must have picked up the wrong top. That top should slide right over the top of there. So 4-inch pipe, it must be a 3-inch cap. So I'm gonna go back to the store right quick and see if I can find that 4-inch cap to finish this video. I basically have to take this back up, take everything loose, drill in that 3/8-inch drill bit, and put this all back together. Glad I only hand tightened it. So now I know. If I would have knew this, I would have tried to fit the cap on first before I did any of this to make sure it was the right size. So let me go back and get that, and I'll be right back. All right, so about an hour to 2 hours later, I can't understand, but these are 4-inch caps. This is also a 4-inch cap. I couldn't find anything like a 5-inch or 6-inch caps at any of my local hardwares or at Home Depot, anywhere. I couldn't find it, but I did find this, and it's a flexible 4-inch cap. There are some other things for this, but not for the application I'm looking for. And the size that did fit this, it was the cap with the round dome shape on it, fit perfectly over these as far as the ones I tried at the store. But I was looking for something with more of a flat type of surface. and not a rounded surface, so this can be able to fit on. So what I'm gonna do now is, oh, and I also got, so you know what, I also got, just for a little bit extra, because the PVC is hard. I know that wasn't gonna ever give away. I don't know about this rubber. Over time, it may tend to degrade. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a washer on the front and the back to kind of hold it from moving over time, other than just using just the screw. So let's see if I can. And then also it has this little tightening edge, so you're gonna have to loosen this all the way so this rubber can expand and fit on top of here, and then you can just screw it down with a screwdriver. But I'm gonna see now if I can basically get that middle. See if I can get right as best as I can to the middle. I think that's good enough. I know this one is gonna be so much harder. Well, maybe not. Doesn't look too hard. Just gotta keep it straight. All right. Let me come through both sides of that. All right. So we got the hole we're looking for. Now the hardest thing is to not let this break. So let me just tie this around here with a little tape, just so it doesn't fall off, because it's already wanting to break, like fall away. I'm gonna just get up here kind of tight. This will just be to hold it in place. All right, that'll hold that. So I can lift this up off of here. This would be way easier if I had done this when I was supposed to. But we're working around the plant. Just gotta drop in there. All right. Now I'm gonna have to pull back some of those roots, like I said the last time. And then this is gonna have to be worked around this pipe. Had to kind of do it in the store, and you can kind of see me working it on, and now it's on around. It works. Don't like the fact that it's rubber, so it's gonna move a little bit, but once you get weight on the top, it should work itself out. Broke a piece of moringa. But once you get these to start falling over the top, this should kind of weigh evenly. I'm hoping. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna screw this down. Make sure I got, and this was the cheapest top. The top that did fit, like I said, it was an oval shaped top, and it was also like $18. So can you say something more affordable? You know, this one here was $7 for this black one, for the flexible top. Put it on, and all I'm doing is tightening it, and this just ensures that it stays on the pipe. Make sure it's in that little groove when you get it tight. Maybe I want that on the back side, so I don't want that to be seen. I'm gonna loosen this up now. Yeah, maybe I want that on the back side. Just for looks, because this side will be facing whoever is looking at it. So just for a cleaner look, I'll do the work on the back side. And I'm just tightening it down. Doesn't have to be super tight. Everything can be hand tightened. That's just on there just because it came with it. I don't think you really need that, but it's best to have it on there. Something to give you a little bit of extra security. Peace of mind. All right, so next, I'll show you down here. I got a lot of pieces that I actually need to figure out how to get it up that trellis. Since I didn't have that in place, we didn't stake them properly. Nor was this one trimmed as correctly as that last one. You can see right here, we've got some bend in here. Some of these, we got multiple pieces that's coming out of one. You really want one stick all the way up. These really need to come off. So this one here needs to come off. It does. So I'm just taking that one off. And you can replant those. Some of these, like this little small one down here, needs to come off. You can see, well, you can't see that, but this one needs to come off because I have that one. Looks like they got out of hand a little bit. I'm gonna take this one off. And I'm not gonna do anything with that one. But this one that fell this way, I'm gonna bring that one up. I really should cut this one off because it's already out the way and we already have one up here. So I'm gonna take that one off too. You only really need one dragon fruit going up.
Babe, you cut the whole thing. That is connected to the stump.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I just cut that off. That's because you came out here. You just messed me up. Yes, you did just mess me up. How did that happen? Oh, I just messed that up. All right, let me cut off this side.
Like,
Yeah. So I have to stick that back in the ground. Hopefully it takes or retakes. Wow. Wasn't trying to do that, people.
because it looked like it's not connected this way.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming out the side like that. So I just cut that whole part off.
You know, you can replant both.
All right. So I'm gonna try to replant. That was a long piece. Look how long that was. So it's okay. Let me take this one out.
It's easy to come up in.
Yeah, and they'll continue to grow.
You need to move this right quick.
Yeah. All right. This is a long piece. All right. Lay that on the side. Get to that later. All right. So hopefully something will shoot up maybe from here anyway, and it'll continue growing. So I'm not really worried about it. I've seen them grow. All these started from one little cutting anyway. So this is how it looks. This is the only thing I don't like about the rubber. You can see how it's just not as even and symmetrical, but I'm sure once these fill out, we get some of these other ones to come back up here. And once they start to fall over, they'll even out. You can kind of see what I was trying to do here. Just trying to clean up all of these little cuts, like here, here, here. Just trying to clean up this whole thing. Some cuts down there. Because you only want one stalk going up, and then once it gets to the top, that's where you want it to kind of drape over. And you can see I kind of got it almost perfect right here, besides a lot of cuttings that I didn't know what to do with them when I had them. I didn't want to lose the cuttings, so I was just sticking them in the dirt, and they've actually grown. So I need to up pot these here. A lot of these that you see that's hanging out, they're really for another pot. I just had to put them here, but these, you can see the ones that are on here, 1, 2, I got one on the back and one on the back. So 3 or 4, I think it's 4 or 5 cuttings going up from the bottom. And then on the top is where it actually kind of folds over. So hopefully next year we get something. But you can see here, we use the wood. I don't like to touch this wood or move it, because I know eventually, I didn't paint it or anything, eventually it's gonna rot away. That's why I wanted to use something a little bit more permanent. And that's why I wanted to use a PVC cap and put it on here. I'm gonna find something, because I used something, I just can't remember what it was. I used something over here. You can see how over here I have this bolted. I can't put my hand in there, but you can see those little screws. I have something bolted where I found something that can actually go inside the pipe instead. So maybe for my next build, I'll figure out what that was I used and where I got that from. Obviously, I must have got it from Lowe's, because I didn't see that at Home Depot or anything. So I want to find out what that is, where I got it from, and I'll use that to go sit inside of the PVC pipe. But that's my build. That's my build. Hope y'all like that. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I wanted to share that with y'all. So when we start to have dragon fruit coming, dragon fruit growing, you won't have to ask me, how did you do that? What did you do? You'll be able to come and look at a few videos that we have. So this one is with the wood. I would call it the wood ceiling or the wood top or wooden trellis. Same build. I actually concreted a thin piece of concrete in the bottom of these to hold that in place. And this one here is gonna be our bicycle tire. More permanent, if I can get a more permanent solution other than that rubber gasket to go around it. So end up cutting off a huge piece. That was my fault. That was a lot of growth I just lost, but they grow really good once the summer comes. They're gonna really slow down for the fall. So maybe next year, this one here will grow full to look like that. So thank y'all for watching. And as always, try to grow what you can when you can. Grow. Grow. I got some pruning to do on this thing as well. Everything is growing well in this high tunnel. Thank y'all for watching. Take care.